All right, so what I'm explaining, though, all right, is why the Bible can confuse you if you're shown it in the wrong way. Now, what do I mean? Men are showing you that the rules in the Bible are important, but if they're not following them themselves, you're a hypocrite in it. Right. Now, but the problem is, what are the rules? What is the point to all this, right? So, when I was having difficulty after I was out the Navy and living in the trailer, around March, I had an incident where I went walking down the street naked. Right. So, in 2 Samuel chapter 6, um, we'll start verse 12. And it was told King David, saying, The Lord hath blessed the house of Obed Edom, and all that pertaineth unto him, because of the ark of God. So David went and brought up the ark of God from the house of Obed Edom into the city of David with gladness. And it was so that when they that bare the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of the Lord of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. And as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart. And they brought in the ark of the Lord and set it in his place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And as soon as David had made an end of offering burnt offerings and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts. And he dwelt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to the women as men, to every one a cake of bread and a good piece of flesh and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, every one to his house. Then David returned to bless his household. And Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, How glorious was the king of Israel today! who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovereth himself. Mm-hmm. Now he only had on a linen ephod. Those are very thin things to wear. And David said unto Michal, sorry, it was before the Lord which chose me before thy father and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in mine own sight, and of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no children unto the day of her death. So that's the point about what happened in 98. I'm in a hot trailer around March, and I go walking down the street because I'm starting to think crazy thoughts, and I know it, and I'm starting to think I need someone to help me. Well, in my delirium, I kind of was thinking of Melissa Joan Hart from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, right? Now, what was going on is I was having difficulties working because of my back and my mental illness. Now, it wasn't that I couldn't work at all. I never said that, right? But what was going on is I couldn't hold down a full-time job to support myself, right? And men in that day, we don't get a whole lot of assistance from DFACS, which is the Department of Human and Family Resources, right? They don't help out men who go disabled. Mainly, they help out women. Yep, that's kind of the problem too, right? But I couldn't work anymore. And again, couldn't hold down a job, right? For long. Without some complication, either between me and a coworker, or not being able to do the job more than a few weeks without arthritis and back pain, causing me to where I couldn't do the job anymore. And a couple times I got let go because of that, right? So that was kind of the problem too. So I was trying to go on disability, right? But all this process started in July of 97, and this was now March of 98, and I wasn't getting nowhere, right? And I applied for both VA and Social Security, right? And again. So I kind of knew there was a kind of psychiatric place up the road, so I was trying to kind of get there. But I also was so hot, I was started walking down the street naked to the end to get to the place, right? Well, when I got there, they called the police on me, right? Right, and the police started hitting me because I was confused about what was going on, and they thought I was resisting arrest or on some kind of drugs or something when I was having a mental breakdown, right? Because I wasn't able to take care of myself anymore, right? And I couldn't work anymore, full time, and part time don't pay the bills. No, it don't. Right. So anyway, I get put in Clark for 2 weeks in which is a psychiatric unit off of Memorial. And again, I know. After that, I get better, right? And again, right. And I'm having the same issue now, right? I can't really pay my bills. I know I can barely pay my credit cards and everything just to survive month to month, right? And so that's kind of the problem. And I don't really have no one who can help me because they pay both disabled veterans and SSI disability a certain amount. Well, the catch 22 is SSI will let you work a part time job if you're trying to rehabilitate, as long as you don't work more than 9 months um, out the year, which means I can work at least so many months, and you can't make over a certain amount, which is between 500 to 890, right? Somewhere in there, right? And you can't make it more than 9 months in a row. That don't mean I can't make under the 500, right? And work a little part-time job either, which is what I was trying to do with Tim Holbrook at the Deli Mart. And like I said, well, what happened? Did me and Justine go into the bathroom and have sex and you shot me or something when I came out? I don't know. Because like I said, the only reason I'm going out there is to eat, right? But if me and Justine are having problems with me with my girlfriend who was living with me, brought a guy with her to live with me. And if her and her boyfriend hadn't had sex because of her family wanting her to go to college first, right? Again, maybe me and her had sex or something real quick in the bathroom, and Tim caught us coming out and shot me or something. I don't know. But again, then he hired me to work for him, and then again, I don't know. Justine started acting weird about even, I don't know, me taking her around or her taking me around to show me how to do the job, right? And that's all I know about it, right? Really, really. All right. But even then, it's just confusing, right? To me, what's happening here. I don't know. And some people want to interfere with other people's love life or things like that, right? Whatever happened, I don't recall all the details. I just know I'm meeting out there a few days and trying to tell her about myself, and I keep repeating myself probably to her, right? Because I have blackouts for some reason. And, moments where I lose time even because I got two head traumas. I guess one from the side of a 3-story building and the other from a windshield collapsing on my head or something like that, right? I don't know. But again, I might be having amnesia and I'm trying to, figure out what's going on, right? Sometimes, right? I can black out over an hour, I guess, right? In certain stores, right? And I lose time for some reason, right? I don't know what's happening. I'm just